Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah! Woo!
Dang, nice.
So you decided you wanted to go ice fishing for the first time in your life. Well, this was me 1 year ago. So I'm not exactly an expert, but I can definitely tell you what you need to buy and what you definitely do not need to buy. So what I would recommend, first of all, if you just want to try it out, is just get a fishing guide, get someone who can show you around, and this way you don't really need to buy all the equipment. This way you can see if you like ice fishing and if this is something you would like to pursue. If, however, you've already tried it once or twice and you are sure that you want to get gear yourself, this is some tips I have for you on how you can save a little bit of money. First of all, talking about the essentials, it's very important to get a good jacket and snow pants and also snow boots. It's better if your snow pants and snow boots are waterproof because when you're gonna be drilling holes in the ice, you don't wanna get wet. It's good to have some snow picks, which basically help you if ever you fall through the ice, and this way you can work your way and get out of the hole in the ice and not get stuck in there. Those are the essentials that I think are really necessary for your safety. It's very important to have them, so don't cheap out on those things. In order to make a hole in the ice, you will need to get an ice auger. Now there's three main types: the electric, the gas auger, and the manual auger. So I would say the electric tends to be more expensive, so I would recommend to get either a manual one or gas auger. Remember that the gas auger is going to be the heaviest one of them all, and also it takes gas. The manual one is good if you're making small holes usually, and if the ice is not that thick. If the ice is very thick, you'll be doing lots of working out, basically doing the holes. So me personally, I have both a gas auger and a manual auger, and what I would say is for the bigger fish like pike, it's good to have a gas auger, but for the smaller ones you can get a smaller diameter manual auger, and this could be good. So if you're fishing for mainly for perch or walleye, I would say get a 6-inch diameter manual auger, and this way you can save a lot of money. Next on their list are our tip-ups and rod. So I personally made some tip-ups myself. There's lots of people that do the tip-ups themselves. It's not that difficult to do. There's lots of different models. You can find how to DIY them on YouTube. This is definitely something I would recommend. It's also a fun project if you like DIYing. And if you don't like DIYing, you can possibly buy them used on Marketplace, Craigslist, or Kijiji, or whatever. Fishing rods can be quite expensive in my opinion, but you can also find some more cheaper ones. I would recommend medium or light rod. So this way, if you're fishing for panfish, you can really feel the bite. So what I would recommend also you get is a sled. It doesn't have to be new. It doesn't have to be the fanciest. It just needs to do the trick. Me, what I used was basically a kid's sled, one of the bigger ones. And I was able to make it work with some straps. A sled is very important. Next on our list are the lures. If you're using a rod, you will need to get maybe some lures or just hooks and bait. Check your local regulation. Can you use live bait or not? Maybe $5 to $10 depending on what kind of bait you're buying. Talking about line, I would recommend monofilament over braid for the tip-ups because the braid has a tendency to freeze up. I would take monofilament for the tip-ups, but for your rod, I would take braid. So I do not consider a tent to be an essential item. However, it makes the fishing way more pleasant. And if it's very cold outside, you'll be able to fish longer. So that's why I bought one. I bought just like a 2-place tent, and it's good to have it in my opinion, although you can do without. And last of all, a heater for the same reason as a tent. If you want to stay longer on the ice, a heater will help you stay warm. Also, talking about sonars, I don't really think it's necessary to get a sonar if this is your first time fishing season. However, if you really want to know what the depth is, you can buy one of those really cheap sonars from Amazon. I bought one for $50 and it does the trick. It tells you the depth. It possibly tells you if there's some fish activity, but I don't trust it that much. But you can actually try this as well if you're interested. But again, definitely not an essential. So all of those items that we went through, you can always find them on the internet. You can always find used ones. So you don't really need to buy everything brand new. Also, you can DIY lots of the stuff. I didn't talk about the ice scoop. So you also actually need an ice scoop to get the ice out of your hole once you drill with ice auger. So instead of buying an ice scoop for $20, what you can do is just get one of those kitchen scoops like that you use for frying, and this will do the same job. The most important thing is to stay safe on the ice. Make sure that there's someone on the ice before you if this is your first season. So if you see people fishing, that's a good sign. So for your safety, I would say make sure that the ice is at least 10 centimeters thick before going on it. The best sign is when there's someone already fishing, or like when you see 2 or 3 groups fishing at some spot. It might not be the best spot because there's so many people, but you'll know that the ice is safe and there'll be someone to help you if necessary. That's it. Those are my tips to how to save on ice fishing gear. If you have any comments, please do let me know down below, and thank you for watching.